Hello, this is Professor Bustillo-Booth. In the next few minutes, I'm going to go over the marketing plan, the major team deliverable for Management 282 Principles of Marketing. You will deliver this plan over 3 stages in the next few weeks. The rest of the video will focus in on why you are developing the marketing plan, the expected skills and knowledge you will develop as a result of creating this plan, as well as how you are going to develop those skills. So let's go ahead and begin. The purpose of the marketing plan is to integrate the major marketing principles that we have gone over through in class into the development of a marketing plan. In other words, we are going to apply the marketing principles that we have discussed in class into a marketing plan where you act as a consultant on behalf of a small business. And a small business is defined as one that has 500 or fewer employees. The kinds of skills and knowledge that you will develop are written in your syllabus, and I'm just going to go over the major aspects of it here. And these are the student outcomes for the course. And so through the development of this plan, you will demonstrate an understanding of what marketing is. And in doing that, you will create a vision statement. You will conduct market research, and you will also present that market research, and you will consider certain competitive factors. And then you will manifest those learnings into a written marketing plan delivered over 3 stages. And then you will also present your findings and demonstrate your understanding before class. And how you will demonstrate your written critique is through the peer reviews. So that way you can learn from others as well as help others improve their product. What you see here is one that we have gone over in class, and that basically breaks down the 5 stages of putting a marketing plan together. So you will see here at the top are steps 1 and 2, which make up the planning phase. That is also the first stage, which I'll go over here in a moment. Then steps 3 and 4 are sort of the meat of the marketing plan, also called the implementation phase. And that will consist of identifying opportunities through a process called segmentation, targeting, and positioning, otherwise known as STP in the marketing world. And as a result of that work, you will then develop certain strategies, marketing strategies around the 4 P's of marketing, also known as the marketing mix. And those are product, price, place, and promotion. This portion will be the meat of your team project 2. You will also incorporate steps 1 and 2 here, but we'll discuss that in a moment. The last stage is called the control phase, where you will articulate certain performance metrics. That way you can examine to the degree to which your marketing strategy has been successful. And that will be stage 3. And in stage 3, you'll put everything together. Let me go ahead and illustrate that in another way. So this is the multi-stage marketing plan process. In the first plan, project 1 is that planning stage that you saw before and the other screen, where you will put together your business mission and your objectives. Step 2 will be a situation analysis, and the deliverables there will be a PowerPoint as well as 10-minute presentation. This is due during week 6, and it's worth 20 points. Okay, I'll go over the paper here in a moment so you can see what this looks like as a product. I'm just going over the stages. Then stage 2 is that second part, or the meat, or the marketing strategy of a marketing plan that constitutes the implementation and marketing mix components. And in there you will articulate your marketing opportunities through the STP process, as well as articulate your marketing mix strategies around the 4 Ps. You will also refine the previous steps, because you will get reviews from your peers as well as feedback from me, and you will go ahead and incorporate those feedback into the second stage in the marketing plan itself. The deliverables for that stage 2, for this stage 2, is all sections of the paper 1 through 4. as well as a PowerPoint that is about in the product itself, the PowerPoint you will submit through Canvas, and then as well as have a 10-minute presentation before class. You're also practicing what it's like to present as a consultant before a business. This part is due week 8, and it is worth 40 points. The last stage, also called Project 3, is that last portion where you will identify performance metrics so that you can evaluate the degree to which your marketing strategy is working. And along with that last stage, you will refine the second piece here, the project number 2, because you will have gotten feedback from peers and your instructors. So you'll want to make sure that you reflect that development, that refinement in the final product, right? And the deliverables there will be the entire paper, sections 1 through 6, as well as a PowerPoint, and then the 10-minute presentation. And this is due during the last week of class, and this is worth 60 points. Let me talk a little bit about why it is staged this way. I fully expect that you will learn along the way, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to refine your work along the way, since this is probably your first marketing plan, right? And you will have learned a few things throughout the course as well, and those may not come together for your team until the end. So I wanted to make sure that you had an opportunity to improve your product, refine your presentation, and at the end of the day, you can sort of put everything together and demonstrate your grasp of the major marketing principles. Now let's talk a little bit about the paper itself. Here you will see the table of contents, and by the way, the template is available on Canvas, so just make sure you download that. It is in draft form. I will continue to refine it to reflect and clarify any questions you may have, but it's pretty much 90% there. So this is the table of contents, and you can see here that it follows not only the steps in the marketing plan, but as well as the stages. So step 1, you'll talk about the company's mission and objectives. Step 2, you will perform a situational analysis. Step 3, you will go through the STP process so that you can identify marketing opportunities. Having done that, gone through the STP process, you will now be able to create marketing strategies around the 4 Ps, given your targeted market and your positioning statement. This will focus your efforts, right? And then you will create performance evaluation metrics so that you can understand, how this marketing strategy may be doing. And then you'll just put, a ribbon at the end and have conclusions. Now let me switch over now to the actual paper so that we can discuss what's expected inside it. What you see here is the marketing plan template, and it's pretty straightforward. You may, of course, add logos and apply your own creative juices. What this is just the skeletal framework upon which you will add a lot of meat, so there's a lot of substance, and you can demonstrate your skills and knowledge against the student outcomes. And so you'll see here, there's the first page. This is that table of contents that you saw earlier. And then you will fill in the pages according to the instructions. For example, in marketing objective, you want that to be SMART, right? And then you have the situation analysis here, the SWOT analysis. You can include a SWOT figure inside here, right? But I do want a discussion. I don't want just a table. You do need to discuss it in paragraph form as well. And then you will have a discussion of competitive forces. Pay attention to Porter's 5 forces. This is in your book, and we will also discuss this in class. Then you will have market opportunities. You will discuss the method by which you sought out and understood, and how you conducted your market research. For example, you're expected to do a survey in learning more about the market for your business, right? And you will craft and list the questions and so on. I won't read everything here because this document is available to you to read. And then I provide you some examples of what my expectations are. So I will need, for example, to see a graphic, an of the segmented market pieces, and their persona names, for example. Okay, and then you'll want to discuss each one. So I don't want to just see a table. I want a discussion in paragraph form. This helps me understand that you understand what this market might be like, right? And then you will select one of these segments, because you are not going to be able to target all of them. You'll need to actually be specific and be focused. And having selected a segment within the larger market, you'll write your positioning statement and just follow the format, and you'll have some discussion as to why you did that. Then you will discuss your marketing strategy around the 4 Ps. And here is section 5, which maps back to the step 5 of the marketing plan development, where you will discuss performance metrics. And I may do a video on that as well. Otherwise, it will be covered in class. And then you will put together a conclusion that sort of wraps everything together. And you will see here that the template is only 7 pages long. My expectation is that you will have a minimum of 10 single-spaced pages to a maximum of 16 single-spaced pages for the entire paper. There will also be a PowerPoint template, and I won't go over what that is because that is also available to you and it's pretty simple. And you will prepare those PowerPoints against the particular stage. So for example, in the planning stage, you will only present around the planning stage. When you get to the second stage, where you will talk about steps 3 and step 4, you will briefly go over the company name, and briefly go over a situation analysis, but then the meat of your presentation are going to be on 3 and 4. And similarly, when you get to stage 3, you will briefly go over these 4 stages, just remind the audience that what you discussed before, and then if there are new findings, you will go ahead and update the audience to that. But then you will talk mostly about the performance metrics and why these are important, and any concluding remarks you might have. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you need more guidance, please reach out to me. Make an appointment with your team and myself, or representatives of your team. And if you'd like me to kind of go look over what you have developed already before you go much further, I highly encourage you to do that. My office hours are in Canvas. You can also reach out to me through Canvas email, or you can call. I prefer that we sit down together with your draft in hand and show me what you've developed, and so I can guide you through the next steps. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.